Well, this is home. So this is the road you come in on, the main road, and up this side road to Il Poderuccio. And here's our gates and our driveway. And you walk in or drive in, and hopefully the gates are functioning so you don't have to climb through the hole in the middle of the night. Because once that hole's fixed, you won't be able to, you'll have to climb over. And here's where we've set up temporarily, just inside the gate. It was the most level out of the parking lot. Power pole coming into the property, and our driveway goes down that way. The olive trees are all of ours on either side of the road, 330 in total. We've tucked the Volvo into the parking spots. This was the guest parking for the past. Here's our farmer Patrick hard at work, and the boys helping, tasting the olives and spitting them back out. And Patrick's working at getting this shrub that was growing in the center of the parking lot cleaned up, so that we've ordered some leveling chalks so that we can bring the van up into here, the back side of the parking lot, tucked in tight to this wall. And this is where it'll sit from now till we leave for the Olympics, and then again until the house is ready. So we want to clean this area up so it's our little spot. And we're lucky because the gate has electricity to it. So we're hoping that the electrician can come in today or tomorrow and get us a plug so that we can plug in. And there's water here, and the water is city water, so it's good drinking water, so we can fill our taps up, or our tank up, and we hopefully will have power here so that we're good to go. But we're just trying to do a little bit of work here and get the boys some fresh air. We went for a nice big walk this morning around the property, which was exciting, and we're gonna go check out the house soon, but we wanted to wear the dogs out a bit so that we can hang out over there. And so there's our two big cypresses, and there's actually a third hiding behind there that's small, right at the entrance. And Patrick decided to color coordinate today with the van and all the greenery around.
I don't want anybody to see me.
Anyways, lots of work to be done. Lots of overgrown plants. Lots of plants I have no idea what they are. So that's exciting. Lots of things to do. We're going to try and make a list today so that we have some sort of a logical order to business. But that's it for today, and I guess I'm going to have to get used to hearing my voice on here because that's a new thing for me. Sirius, are you going to say hello? Albus, you going to come say hello to everyone? Oh, you too? You too? Okay. All right. That's it. Bye-bye. All right, so this is walking up the driveway. So we've left the gate and the boys in the van so we can go and check out the house. But you can see we've got tons of olive trees and a beautiful day. Not t-shirt weather, but close to it. Lots of action at the house. Lots of trucks came in this morning. Nice big cypress straight ahead. And there's the driveway continues around to the left, or you can stop here. I don't know what we're gonna do about that. These bushes in the middle, I think we want to get rid of. We'll probably get rid of this and not make it such a big driveway here. And then this is the pathway right now to the pool. It's going to be widened and cleaned up, and eventually an arbor going over it all the way down to the pool area. And then you come up here, and here is the house. Windows have been removed. Shutters are still on right now. They're still working on the roof a little bit. And they've taken down walls and rebuilt walls, and it's a huge construction site of mess and noise right now. Clay tiles being put back on. The roof has been winterized, so waterproof and winterized with insulation so that we're not losing heat. There was no insulation up there to begin with. They've also changed the peaks, so they weren't finished off like this in the past. They kind of just came to an end and overlapped, and this is the proper way of finishing them off. So they've done that. And then the chimney, the old chimney versions were very kind of cheap and not finished looking. And so we've gone with the traditional topped Tuscan chimney, and that's for the fireplace that's down in the kitchen. So that's it for now, and we will check things out once we get a little tour by ourselves first. Well, 3 days in, and we've been working in our guest parking the entire time with rain and well, I guess intermittent rain off and on the other day. We've cleaned up pretty well this whole car parking side. The before is drastic. It was completely overrun in here. We've taken out a bunch of wild shrubs and vines and overrun stuff. I don't know when the last time you could see through to the road there. We've cleaned up. We've tried to transplant some ivy to get the ivy to grow over the retaining wall. And then on this section, I'm not thrilled with it, but they've planted 4 different types of plants along this whole carport section. So like there's the one chunk here, and then they planted an ivy and it's taken over in here. But if I cut it out, it's gonna leave a huge hole. So I'm just leaving it for now. And then the second type of plant, and then it goes back to a different type at the end, and then a different one here. There was a huge tree, which was like not really a tree, but kind of a tree and kind of a vine all here. And I hated it. So when you came in, it was just this massive thing here. And so today, that's what we've been working on, is getting this down. So all the debris is here. It ended up having a tree underneath it. So whether the vine climbed around the tree or originally was the tree, I'm not sure. But it also was attached to the metal posts and fencing that was around here. So there's a metal post embedded in there. So I'm much happier. This bush here will fill in and hide the power pole, and the ivy, the vine is growing up the power pole, so that'll help hide it. But we've gained back a parking spot that was here that this massive ivy tree was taking up. As you can see, the dogs are quite loving Tuscan life. And we ran out of water yesterday, and the water that we thought was working over here by the end of our van was actually not turned on, so we must have been using up what was ever left in the water line. So this morning, Patrick rigged up as many hoses as we could find from the house, the winery, the cantina, I'm sorry, that's what I'm supposed to call it, cantina, all the way down here to here, and we were able to fill the van. So today we were getting our shipment of chalks, leveling chalks for the van, and once those come in the next hour or so, we're going to move the van further back into the car parking area here so that we can have our awning out when we want and a little sitting area. And I worked also the other day on pruning back, and look at it, it is official that we own this house because Patrick owns it technically. Is on the sign right there. So we worked on cleaning up the roses and ivy and whatever else this creeping thing is all along the fence here to clean it up and cut it back a bit so it wasn't attacking people. And then they had some oleanders here and then another rose bush. So worked on cleaning that up. And then on this side, we cleaned it up so that only the olive trees are going to be in behind here and then an oleander off to the side. But we cleaned this up and we cut this bush back. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm still not happy with it, but we'll see. And this we haven't really touched because I'm not sure what's going on. The Il Poderuccio sign, I don't like the color, the teal color, so we're not sure what we're going to do with it. Whether we try painting the tiles or whether we replace it with some different style. And then we still have olive here to clean up, which is outside the fence line and up and around our property line. Anyways, I think our chalks are here, so I'll talk to you later. Okay, so I thought I would walk you to the pool area. So I've left the van and the car parking and walking down the driveway. We are having cypresses planted down the driveway on one side all the way down, which is going to be incredible. It's how I picture and dreamed that the house would look, so that was included in our budget quote. So we moved the Volvo out of the way because we had to take the tree down. Workers are hard at work again inside the house, but we're going to go left. We're going to take this out. I'm not sure exactly what it is. There's so many plants I need to look up what they are, but it's coming out. And then this path is going to be cleaned up and widened. It's a little bit not double, but it's going to be at least 1.5 what it is now, so it's more easy for 2 people to walk along or groups of people to walk along to get to the pool. There was an ice storm about 10 years ago and it took out the olive trees. So an olive tree should have a standard trunk like you see on these sides, but here it took out the standard trunk and what grew back were these suckers. So these sucker trees are coming out, and then the trees that they're moving for the greenhouse and some of the other work we're having done will be transplanted here in their place. We'll save this little one that's here, but this one here, again, the suckers coming out. It's funny how it's all on the one side that the ice storm hit. So we continue along. You can see we're still deep. We're into the olive grove. A big, huge olive tree over there. I'm gonna have to walk around one day and count how many of the really big ones we have. They're quite beautiful. So then we come up to the pool area. The original owners ran the property as an agriturismo, so a bed and breakfast. And she didn't like the sound of people playing and frolicking in the pool, so they built the pool way far away from the house so she wouldn't have to listen. So this is being redone. The patio tiles are coming out. The patio will stay the same size, but this foot wash hazard area is coming out, and the steps down to the pool here are coming out, and it'll be a rectangular pool with new stone finishes and a cover and new pool equipment and a heater, because it doesn't have a heater, and they do say, well, you need it every so often. So there'll be long Roman style steps like we had in our pool in Barrie along this side, and there is a deep end again with this pool. It's a huge pool actually. There's a nice hedge that the landscape team had come in and cleaned up around here. So there is a nice hedge that goes around the perimeter and grass. That's all being kept. And there's actually quite a bit of olive trees back there before you get to the van. I kind of thought that the van was backing onto here, but it's not. So that's news to me. Anyways, so we walk around here and there's some more olive trees around here. And sun loungers will be here because the sun will traverse the sky. I guess you didn't see my hand. Traverse the sky this way. So we'll put sun loungers along here. And then the shaded seating with covered area is over here. And this gazebo and this foundation for the gazebo is actually going to turn into the home gym. So they're going to put a louvered gazebo top on it that's waterproof and make walls out of glass. And then there'll be like French doors that open up onto the patio that's here on the grass in front of me and shaded with an extra overhang here. And then if we go quickly around this side, there's a pathway past the gazebo area to the shed, which is back here. And they're going to put a toilet and a sink in the shed and then use some of our old windows in the wall to make some windows. But we wanted the shed to be renovated to be the gym. But because we're in a UNESCO World Heritage property site, we can't change this building. We can't raise the roof. We can't make it any bigger. So it just didn't work. So that's the pool area, and that's what's going to happen around here. So it'll probably not start any of the work here till the spring. The goal is to get the house done and us living in the house by May, June, and then they will finish the landscaping, the pool area, the home gym, gazebo, greenhouse, etc. So I think we'll have some fun in this pool. And that's the pool area. Last video for the day. You're not seeing the vineyard yet. We've walked down the driveway. We've come almost to the end where it goes around the curve here. This area here is going to be where my greenhouse is. We're going to remove, I think it's 5 olive trees that they're going to transplant and move. And where the current water solar system that you can see the black, these things right here, here, and here, those are coming out. And the greenhouse is going here. The driveway comes down and around. This would be the way Patrick and I come in and park. We have a well, which is a functioning well with tons of water in it. And it's supposed to be very clean. We are going to get it retested. We have city water as well. But the well water is perfect for landscape irrigation. Another beautiful olive tree right here that needs pruning. An oak tree in behind. Workers are still all here. See the house from a different angle here. And this is our cantina, work shed, laundry room, and a bathroom all out here. We'll give a tour of that another day. Clothesline on the left. And we're going to work on these hedges next week, but this goes out to the roof of the cellar, and this is where you have the most amazing sunset views right up here. And there's a table and bench and table here. We'll put maybe some twinkle lights up here at some point. Down this direction is the tractors and farming equipment. My chickens, I think, are going to go right here. The chicken house will go right here. And then let's go down and see where Patrick's taking us, because we're going to go on a little adventure. Get up there, Patrick. Take us where we're going. This is rosemary all along here, so it smells like Christmas roasting potatoes. Sirius actually loves the taste or the smell of it. We have a fig tree here, another olive tree here, more rosemary, 2 big cypresses there, and fig tree in between the cypresses. This is the neighbor's vineyard. It was redone, I think, 5 years ago. We don't know the variety that they're growing here. They are fully irrigated.
Recently tilled.
And recently tilled, yeah. And then this is where we're going. This is our cellar. This is Patrick's little spot. I get the greenhouse and Patrick gets the cellar. There's a pile of gravel here. I don't know what you're going to be able to see because we don't have power down here at the moment while the renovations are going on. But this is where magic happens. And there's lots of salamanders. Is that what they're called?
Or geckos.
Geckos.
Or lizards, I'm not sure.
So this is the future home of Fallen Oak, Il Poderuccio wine storage. We can hold 800 bottles.
420 per cage.
Oh, sorry, 420 bottles per cage. And so we have quite the collection already that we've bought from the previous owner. 2020, 2019, and 2017. And then more cages for our wine to age, because it does have to age for 4 years before you can sell it. Some of that is in oak, some of that is in bottle. And then you can see the big olive oil tanks here. And a little kitchen sink, counter, labeling machine, and Patrick's other baby is there, his bike that he brought down. But we're coming down to get a bottle of wine to have with our dinner. And that's it for the night. So we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.